Hello StarCraft fans, this is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between AlphaBetaGo and ZeRgWaVe on Frozen Temple. In the bottom right side of the map we have the red Zerg player, it is ZeRgWaVe, representing Storm Gaming. And in the top left side of the map we have the blue Terran player, it is AlphaBetaGo, representing Miraculous Gaming, as evidenced by the spinning logo here, which is actually pretty fancy. I like it. It has, darn it, stop doing that. It has the planet, it has some rings, it's got some nebula stuff out there, and that reminds me of The Martian. So I watched the movie of The Martian a few months ago when it came out, was really entertained by it. I thought it was great. I liked the performance of Mark Wahlberg in it. Not Mark Wahlberg, Matt Damon. Same guy. But yeah, Matt Damon in it, he was funny, he was intelligent, it was great. The other performances were fantastic as well. That dude from the Community, or from Community, was on it. And in general, I just had a good time. And then I picked up the book last October when I went on a cruise and intended to read it on the cruise and never did, and just kind of sat on my bedside table when I came home for months and months and months. And then I had some time this week and said, you know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to read the book. So I read the book and it was really faithful to the movie, I felt. It really captured the spirit of the book, which is something I appreciate. The movie did not try to change too many things. It really kind of stuck to the script, and it kept all the funny stuff in there. It kept all the dire stuff in there. It kept all the like math and science and biology in there. That movie has been termed the greatest recruitment for engineering majors and students in the history of film. So can't necessarily argue with that one there. It is a Reaper coming out though. It is a Reaper on the way. Dang it, where's my list? Where's my Reaper list? Alright, we can do this thing. I can remember a name from my Reaper list. Oh yeah, that was one. Okay, so this guy's name is Grim. This is Grim the Reaper. He's heading out. He is actually some kind of a ghost or a phantasm of sorts. He comes out to collect the souls of Zerglings and drones. Unfortunately for him, he has been made immortal through the science and the crazy attitudes of the Dominion scientists for Terran. And so he is now partially mortal. He can be killed. He needs to do the killing in order to reap the souls of these Zerg, and he is in so much trouble. Knocked himself back with his own KD8 charge there. Still has 0 kills. Come on, Grim Reaper. Come on, Grim the Reaper, you can do this thing. Meanwhile, a couple queens are coming out. Speed's on the way. The more time you spend out here, the worse it is going to be for you, Grim the Reaper. Okay, combat drugs kicking in, healing him up to 45 hit points. No, a queen on the way. KD8 charge knocking that queen towards you. That's not what you want. That is not what you want. He says maybe the other side will be more receptive to my attempts to reap their souls, and I don't think the answer is going to be yes. Yeah, trying to kill a queen, you'll never do it. Never, ever, ever do it in your whole life. Grim Reaper, unfortunately, gets 0 kills. Almost no scouting information. That is what's really the most disappointing thing here. Was there a scan? How did he see that? Did he send an SCV up? That was not the Reaper that saw that thing. Either way, Grim Reaper moving around. We'll keep an eye on him, though. We'll keep him down here just for the time being. Keep him in our thoughts and in our prayers. Starport, Barracks. Ah, did scout the third base, though. That's nice. That is a good job to set the timing on that third. Can't do anything to stop it, which is annoying. A couple Hellions popping out here as well, and that is going to be a Starport coming up, swapping over. This is going to be a Banshee opening. Oh, or it could be a Liberator opening as well. Are you going to lift up and land? Come on, come on. We're going to swap. The AlphaBetaGo does not quite know what he's doing. There it is, now landing, and it's going to be a Banshee. So Banshee opening here from AlphaBetaGo. That is such a long name, AlphaBetaGo. 5 syllables. Come on, man. ZeRgWaVe is easy. ZeRgWaVe. Yes, it's camel case and it looks kind of dumb. Looks like Xbox Live, but whatevs. Lings do check. Hey, there are 4 Hellions here. Every single one of those Lings get roasted up. All 4 of them completely dead. In production, a Roach Warren is on the way. I don't know if it'll be finished in time, but good block here. Evolution Chamber, Roach Warren, Queen. Good luck trying to get in there, your Hellions, but the Banshees might be useful here. More Hellions popping out. Banshee done. Is that Cloak? And getting Cloak. Really investing in these Banshees. Grim Reaper still trying to kill some stuff. Still has no kills to his name. That queen is just in a perfect position, though. He's just scouting. He's scouting at this point. He knows he's going to die. He's trying to get a kill. Can he do it? No. No. Grim the Reaper can't do it. Hellions trying to kill a base by themselves. Not what they want to be doing. They want to be killing drones, but considering they can't get inside due to this wall, they are going to try to kill some eggs, which also seems fairly difficult, but those are roaches popping out, which are pretty much the direct counter to Hellions. Banshee trying to sneak up and around the back way. Is there any detection? Spore Crawler on the way, but not quite there yet. That cloak is just about to finish. Is there a lair? There is a lair. There is a lair. Are there any overseers on the map? That is something I need to know. No. No overseers on the map. So this cloak Banshee could be able to do a ton of work, depending on how soon this Spore Crawler finishes. At the front, nope, Ling's trying to chase those guys down. Cloaked Banshee, how many kills you got there? Cloaked Banshee, 2? Oh no, but the Spore Crawler shows up, forces her away, taking big time shots there, killing all those Lings. These Hellions are serious business. Serious business right now. A bit of a Ravager mixed in here as well. And yeah, the Great Wall of Supply Depots make sure that no Roaches or Ravagers or Lings can get in here very easily. Anyway, I'm not going to say they'll never get in there. Can the Marine get an Overlord kill? No, 4 hit points left just out of the range of that Marine. That is such a disappointing moment in that Marine's life. He wanted to tell his friends and his family, hey, I killed an Overlord. I mean, not that Overlords shoot back and everybody knows that, but that's a lot of hit points to take down off a giant floating thing that's scouting your base. So basically, you're counterintelligence at that point, right? You can tell your girlfriend that you're in counterintelligence now, can shot down an Overlord, and then maybe she will like you better than she did before. Glio Reconstitution on the way, +1 missile attack, and +1 ground carapace on the way for ZeRgWaVe. Another Banshee on the way, and more starports. What is happening? What is this, a mass Banshee play? How many are there? There are 3 in production, no more. Yep, these Hellions got right behind that mineral line. Split ZeRgWaVe. You got it not really splitting that well. All these drones are going to die. Look out, drones! Look out, drones! Roaches and Ravagers trying to get in. The Hellions recognize a bad thing when they see it, and they get right the heck on out of there. Banshee here with 0 kills. Where's your sister, Banshee? Did she already die? Banshee 1, Banshee 2. Nope, that one has 5 kills. Very low on hit points, 2. She'll probably get some repair, but that's alright if she doesn't for the time being. She's very safe back here at home. Doesn't look like ZeRgWaVe is planning on launching a massive attack anytime soon anyway, and Banshees are going to be very good in this situation. Yeah, double pumping Banshees and Liberators. Is AlphaBetaGo going Sky Terran here? It almost seems like he is, and based on what we're seeing here from ZeRgWaVe, it might work out. Ravager's not that great against Sky Terran. Banshees are fast enough and nimble enough to dodge those corrosive biles. Third base already up and running here for our Terran player. It's 62-60 total harvesters in favor of AlphaBetaGo. APM about 240 for AlphaBetaGo, 358 on average for ZeRgWaVe on the other hand. So it's 3 base to 3 base. There's that 4th coming up for ZeRgWaVe. That is some good timing there. And yeah, I mean, it's just Banshee, 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 Liberator, Liberator, Banshee. So this is a Sky Terran play from AlphaBetaGo. I have not seen this in a long time, at least not at the GM level, which is what this is. Very surprised indeed. Missile turrets coming up just in case any mutas are headed the Terran way. I don't see any sign of a Spire. There is one. Spire's on the way. It's in the production tab. You probably saw it before I did. +2 missile attack coming up. I just don't know that Ravagers are going to be good against this mass Banshee Liberator play. Sure, against Liberators that are holding still, Ravagers are very good. Banshee does end up getting killed by one of these queens. Who got the kill? One of them. One of these 2 did. Hellions trying to get that run-by action. Oh, they do. The queen wasn't holding the line. Oh, no. A Liberator sets up shop over here as well. Right in the zone of a Spore Crawler, though. She's going to die. All the Hellions die, but that's a lot of dead workers to this point. 24 drones have been killed by AlphaBetaGo. Banshees do kill that hatch without even getting a cancel. Scanning for creep tumors, killing it. These Banshees are absolutely massacring everything ZeRgWaVe is trying to do. 8 mutas on the way. Good against Banshees, not as great against Liberators. That they do that splash damage right here versus Light. 7 damage times 2, 14 times 2 against mutas with splash. And mutas really clump up a lot unless you work very hard to make sure that they don't. With that magic box technique, Pneumatized Carapace coming up for ZeRgWaVe. He is getting +1 flyer attack, and it's just Banshee, Liberator, Hellion from AlphaBetaGo. I mean, officially it's mech, right? But it's mostly Sky Terran, I would say. Trying to get that 4th base up again. I mean, losing that might... did it put ZeRgWaVe back far enough that he's going to lose this game now? I don't know. Liberator's getting mixed on in here. Just nothing much. Nothing much here for ZeRgWaVe. What the heck is our army supply at? Army supply is 5,000 versus 5,000. It's about the same, but these roaches are useless unless we're talking about using them against the Hellions, as I suppose we could. The muta's trying to get in there, trying to kill all of these Liberators, but look at how quickly they're dying, very low on health, and they are killing a ton of the Liberators too, but who's going to win this fight? Yeah, Liberator wins the fight. This Banshee Liberator Banshee combo. Whoop, Crossbiles do take down the Liberator. As I said, harder for her to move out of the way, but these Banshees doing a lot of work. Corruptors finally popping. Corruptors seem to be the correct answer. What you need to do here is just mass Corruptor. They do very well against the Banshees. They do very well against the Liberators, as they are not light. They don't take any extra damage from them. 67 to 57. ZeRgWaVe is droning up just a little bit, feeling somewhat safe. The 4th base is alive, which is a good sign, but 4th base by AlphaBetaGo already here. Terran player playing so well at this point. Any upgrades on these guys? No sign of upgrades. Doesn't seem to be what he's interested in. Just going for as much Sky Terran as possible, getting some Vikings in here too, and the Hellions on the ground. So I guess that's why you do need some roaches. You can't just go straight Corruptor because then the Hellions will roast up everything that you have. So splitting up his units, I like this by AlphaBetaGo. Splitting them up, getting a big old section here with some auto repair SCVs, fixing up the hurt on those Banshees. Corruptors might actually scout these guys, and yeah, they see them. They know where they are. They know where they're going. Going to try to head them off at the pass here, and actually taking a nice angle towards them. A lot of Spore Crawlers coming up. Can't blame ZeRgWaVe for going there. A lot of Spore Crawlers are good, both against the Liberators and against the Banshees for detection, especially considering they do have Cloak. Here's another hit squad coming on in, and AlphaBetaGo seems ready to do this thing. He has army units here, and some units here. Liberator sneaking in here first, but there is, I know, Spore Crawler count looking pretty darn high. Corruptor's going to chase these Banshees back. Do they have the Hyperflight Rotor upgrade? They do not, which I'm surprised by. If you're going to make this many Banshees, might as well go Hyperflight. Oh, these Banshees are in so much trouble. No, they managed to run, though. The Hellions trying to run by, but this Road Traveler group was having nothing of it. Single Corruptor trying to kill everything here, but when you're outnumbered that badly, it's not going to happen. Trying to set up a Liberator. Already has 5 kills to her name. Corruptor takes her out. And another Liberator attack here with 5 kills to her name. That's a lot of dead. 46 drones killed at 67 to 70, though. Somehow ZeRgWaVe has the higher worker count than his opponent, despite the fact that he's lost that many workers. A 5th base coming up for AlphaBetaGo. Going to land it right up here. Possibly Planetary Fortress that thing. A couple missile turrets and a sensor tower, too, mixed on in, just because that's how you know an army is coming with that sensor tower. Ooh, maybe some Caustic Spray would be good here. Can you Caustic Spray it? There it is. There's the Caustic Spray. But here come the Liberators. Yeah, get out. Cancel, run, or at least attack, I suppose. Yeah, doing some pretty good work, but the missile turrets do show up to shoo the pursuit away. Can't really continue that as long as the army is here. More and more Corruptors in the sky. I like this response from ZeRgWaVe. He recognized what was going on. As soon as he did, he went Corruptor. He did get +1 flyer attack. I like to see armor. Flyer armor is pretty good in this situation. There's that Caustic Spray. A few of them Caustic Spraying. The rest of them able to attack and gonna go ahead and do this thing. Is there an Overseer? There is one temporarily, but it's gone now. That's okay. Everybody canceled their Caustic Spray ability, killing everything in the air. These Corruptors just own the skies right now. It's just they're a little bit slow. And the Cloak is also available. Another hit squad of Banshees with Cloak trying to sneak on over this way. What can they see? There's a single Spore Crawler. Not enough to scare them away. That's for sure. Still no upgrades on those things. Spore Crawler ends up completely dead. Another hit squad of Banshees going to kill this base. A bit harder to kill 3 Spore Crawlers, but regardless, Spore Crawler getting shots off. Transfuse that thing. Transfuse it. No, the Corruptors show up. It's time to run. Oh, good angles here, though. Killing a couple Banshees very quickly. Spore Crawlers getting shots off, and bam, gone. Extractor gone as well. Banshees decide to back on out. I bet they have the Hyperflight upgrade now. They are fast. Yeah, there's that Hyperflight Rotor upgrade complete. Finally getting upgrades for these Sky Terran units. A little bit late into the game, 14 minutes, but that's A-okay. Double expanding. Here is ZeRgWaVe, just not really afraid of any confrontation with the army from AlphaBetaGo. He feels like he has the better composition, but it's just the worry is they're fast and they're hard to catch if they're running away. Caustic Spray being used on a barracks, which I do not believe AlphaBetaGo used after that initial Reaper. Kaboom! As it explodes. Another attempted flight of the Valkyries here, and by Valkyries I mean Banshees, because Valkyries are a unit in Burning Crusade, or not Burning Crusade, wow! What in Brood War? In Brood War, which I do plan on getting available on my PC again and casting a few of those games sooner rather than later. Perhaps next week. At this point, I still need to do the QA. I still need to cast a couple of my games, so that's a bit of a teaser. There's 1 or 2 of my games I'd like to cast on the channel. And spoiler alert, I am not that good, you guys. Anyway, a lot of bases here for AlphaBetaGo, a lot of bases for ZeRgWaVe. Income tab 66 to 67. ZeRgWaVe has a slight lead. Oh, now it's even. Now a slight lead again, and that's always changing though. 73 to 67. To this point, more and more Corruptors on the way. 23 Corruptors, 5 Ravagers, 10 Roaches, and 5 Overseers. It's pretty much the bulk of ZeRgWaVe's army. AlphaBetaGo, on the other hand, has 22 Vikings, 8 Liberators, and 19 Banshees. The problem is the Banshees, yes, they can kill buildings, but they are so helpless when these Corruptor balls find them. I like, there it is, +1 Flyer Carapace coming up for ZeRgWaVe. He is also getting Ground Carapace level 2 and another Spire for additional upgrades. Yeah, this is not a great place to go, Banshees. There's a lot of Spore Crawlers here. There are some Corruptors within shouting distance. Reaction time for ZeRgWaVe is pretty good. Pretty darn good. Trying to flank them. And, yep, fantastic flank. 1 dies. 2 dies. 3, 4, and every single one of these Banshees get absolutely cleaned up for pretty much nothing. They killed a Spore Crawler. Took some health off that hatchery. That was about it. Another attempted attack over this way. Corruptors find them once again. And guess what? Banshees cannot shoot anything attacking them from the air. Another bunch of Corruptors here down as well. ZeRgWaVe has prepared for this multi-pronged harassment from AlphaBetaGo. Where is Overseers, though? Did he lose Overseers? Some Vipers mixed in. Some really nice parasitic bombs could help immensely in this situation as well. Spore Crawler trying to get shots off. And doesn't do extra damage versus Banshees, that's for sure. But, whoop, bam. One gets exploded out of the air there. These Hellbats roasting up this base nice and toasty. All those drones are gone. It's 69 to 62 workers. What can kill these? Roaches? Roaches pretty good. Not a bad answer at all, especially with the +2, +1 upgrade. Compared to the Hellbats, only +1, and that is about it. It's 176 to 87 total supply. It's going to be about 10,000 here for the Terran player and around 10,000, 11,000 for ZeRgWaVe on that army supply value. So another player really has a super great upper hand to this point. There is a Greater Spire coming up for ZeRgWaVe. Broodlords? Does he want to do that? It's possible. And Personal Cloaking with a Ghost Academy. So, wow. AlphaBetaGo is going for ghosts now. Kind of a bit of a transition from the Sky Terran army, which wasn't that, I mean, it was good. I'm not going to say it was bad. 54 workers were killed with that early stuff that AlphaBetaGo was going for, but I just don't know. Is he getting nukes? No, that's Personal Cloaking. I was excited for a second there, even though I knew he was getting Personal Cloaking, because I wanted to see some nukes, gosh dang it. Alright, so Banshees are here scouting for bases. There's not one here, but there will be one eventually. As long as the drones can get it up, not going to happen. Drones are going to die. Woo! How about this one? This one expands. ZeRgWaVe just says, I'm going to expand everywhere. How do you feel about that? AlphaBetaGo. Poorly, I'm fairly sure. The Banshees do force a cancel. The drone dies, but losing a Banshee in the process too. Actually, that is not a good deal. Trying to attack up here with more cloaked Banshees. The Corruptors are ready to rock with that +1/+1. Getting +2 flyer here. Killing some Spires before the Corruptors respond. Not too good. Banshees are fast, though. Look how fast they are. 100 million Vikings have now been made by AlphaBetaGo. Actually, only 22. 22 here, flying around with the orange coming out of their bums. And yeah, AlphaBetaGo really hasn't been under direct threat from ZeRgWaVe. He's been able to keep the pressure on the Zerg player. It's just hasn't been able to do critical damage, is what I would say. Additional Spine Crawlers and Spore Crawlers. Static defense could be very good with this very mobile army that AlphaBetaGo has. The Banshees aren't that great against Spore Crawlers. I mean, they don't do extra damage against them, but nonetheless, they're not that fantastic. Those Vikings. Whoa, Viking Liberator. I know those are Corruptors, but they are gone. Absolutely gone. Trying to throw down some Corrosive Biles against this giant Viking army. Spore Crawlers getting shots off here, too. This base is completely dead. The big Corruptor army with Vipers desperately begging the Vikings to clump up. But no, splitting pretty well here is AlphaBetaGo. I'm not sure if he's aware of what's going on. And, oh, using steady targeting on the Vipers, able to kill almost all of them. Wow, was that all of the Vipers? That might have been all of the Vipers. Nice job, Ghosts. All right, Corruptor Ball trying to do this thing. Oh, landing the Vikings at the wrong time, though. Oh, no. Oh, no, the Liberators are in a big trouble. The Banshees are all gone. If the Vikings lift, I mean, they're basically just going to die at this point. So AlphaBetaGo says, you know what? We're going to go for this thing. Just with landed Vikings with +2/+2. Might actually kill a base with landed Vikings, which seems insane. Broodlords getting morphed on in here. They kill a hatch. They killed a hatch. Landed Vikings with upgrades. Killed a hatch there. Vipers popping out. Going to suck off some energy on the consume ability from that extractor. Base is gone, but again, bases down here that are still alive for ZeRgWaVe, so he's pretty happy about that. Does that sensor tower see this one? No, something is there. No, something is there. Doesn't know what it is, but can pretty much assume it's a hatch. Nothing's really mining from it right now, although some drones are coming over this way now. But it's Broodlord, Corruptor, Viper, Overseer. I haven't seen this composition in a while. It feels very Wings of Liberty-ish. But yeah, the Broodlords can crack this static defense, kill these missile turrets, no problem. The question is, can the Corruptors keep them safe enough to allow them to continue to do this thing? Vikings are possibly going to land and kill that base again. Vikings good. Vikings good in this game with ground attack stuff and air attack. So losing those orbital commands. Yep, Vikings going to kill that hatch. Nothing really coming to save it. This planetary fortress is going to get a lot of kills, but they're all broodlings. That is not what you want. And yeah, broodlings right on top of your ghost is also a bad thing. You can't steady target if you're getting punched in the face. So keep that in mind. There's the parasitic bomb on top of the liberators. Broodlings chasing all of those ghosts right on down there. Just volley after volley of broodlings. They are going to actually, the SCVs can probably keep this alive. And yep, ghosts are dead. Very difficult to make this work if there are broodlings chomping on your face. So here comes the rest of their army. Going to try to do this thing. Parasitic bomb is here. Corruptor ball is here as well. Can they kill these liberators and these Vikings? Steady targeting being used from the left side, even as broodlings are coming in and trying to do this. Can they? Yeah, the ghosts are in trouble, but the broodlords are in trouble now. All the corruptors are gone. The Vikings ripping through the broodlords, and that's it. ZeRgWaVe leaves the game. AlphaBetaGo is victorious, and Terran gets the win today. Holy shamoly, what a play there. It all came down to that final battle. There wasn't quite enough anti-air. The corruptors couldn't quite handle these +2/+2 Vikings. There were so many of them. So many of them. Let's see, how many corruptors were there in that game? I'm going to find it there. 39. So 39 were killed, and there were only 5 Vikings killed, currently 26. Also, Liberator count. Let's look at that. Liberators 2. Liberators lost 31. Yeah, just more air units for AlphaBetaGo, and honestly, with better upgrades. I mean, well, no, +2/+2. I guess that did come up for ZeRgWaVe at some point. It was just the steady targeting from the left side was very damaging to those corruptors. Once they were gone, the Vikings were able to clean up the broodlords entirely with no problem whatsoever. And that was it. That was it for our Zerg player. I feel like he might... I mean, he had a lot of minerals, somewhat gas-starved. Yeah. He's harvesting here. Was he harvesting here at the time? I don't know. 52 drones left over. And there were nukes for AlphaBetaGo. He had some. He never actually ended up using them, but he had them ready to go in case he did. So yeah, pretty fun game. Terran wins the day today in this GM ZVT, which I hope you enjoyed, because that's it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.